So remember last time we started a new sutta and we already discussed the first part of the sutta, the sectarian tenets, Titthayatana Sutta. And Buddha taught about the Buddha's wise teachings that no one can refute, reproach, and reject those teachings. If wise people investigate those teachings, they will understand. It's beyond blind faith. It's beyond that kind of blind things. It's just very scientific, and people can realize in this very life. They don't need to die to see the truth of these things, because if you cannot see something in this very life, and then if you have to die to see the truth, then you cannot see it in this life. But Buddha teaches these things I taught you can be realized and seen in this very life. So what can you realize? The first thing, 6 elements, and we already talked about first element. And what is the second one? What is the first element?
Earth
element. And we learned about that, what we should know about it and how we should think about it. What is the meaning of earth element we discussed last time, and today we are going to learn about the second element. How many elements altogether?
6 elements.
6 elements, and today we are going to learn the second one. Can somebody read?
I will read, Mother. And what is the water element? The water element may be interior or exterior. And what is the interior water element? Anything that's watery, and organic that's internal, pertaining to an individual. This includes bile, phlegm, pus, blood, sweat, fat, tears, grease, saliva, snot, synovial fluid, urine, or anything else that's watery and organic that's internal, pertaining to an individual. This is called the interior water element. The interior water element and the exterior water element are just the water element. This should be truly seen with right understanding like this. This is not mine. I am not this. This is not myself. When you truly see with right understanding, you reject the water element, detaching the mind from the water element.
Sadhu, sadhu. We rejoice in you. So that is the wisdom we need to gain about the second element. There is internal water element, there is exterior water element. External water elements mean the water in the ocean, the water in rivers, water in the nature. And what should be the understanding in the end of the day? That whatever watery parts in this body, you cannot call them mine. I am myself. You should develop the wisdom to the point that they are the same like the water in the nature. We don't own that water. We know that it is subject to change. It is out of our control. The same wisdom should be applied to this, the watery things inside this body. There is no me, no I am, no myself. These are the parts of that nature. And on a daily basis, these watery parts are going back to the nature while we are alive. And when we are dead, the remaining parts, watery parts, will mix with the water of the nature. Where is me? Where is I am? Where is myself? That's the wisdom you need to develop. And the result, if we develop this wisdom, we will be kinder people, nicer people, patient, more generous. That's going to be the result. And we will attain the first stage of enlightenment. Quarrels in our life will subdue. Lust will subdue. Greediness will subdue. Do you understand? That's the power of seeing the truth. Why these quarrels in this world? Because of ignorance. We don't see the things as they really are. We think he is mine, she is mine, I need her, I need him. People fight, people kill each other. What is there? Liquid parts, watery parts, urine, blood, pus. That is what is there. That is what people, the whole world is fighting for. That's why people are not generous. That's why people are not kind to each other, nice to each other. They try to steal someone's wife, someone's husband. They try to break someone's peaceful family. They try to own impermanent things, non-self things. They don't understand the truth. If they understand the truth, the lives will be very peaceful. Seeing the truth never brings pain. You agree? Seeing the truth always brings peace. So that is about the second element. Now that is what Buddha teaches. Buddha teaches, my teaching cannot be challenged. When wise people learn and practice it, they will see the results here and now. It's not about creation. It's not about things happen by chance. It's not about that everything happens due to your past karma. Buddha, remember in the beginning of the Sutta, Buddha taught, that's not my teaching. That's ill-taught doctrine, not practical. People will challenge those religions. Now thinking about, like, when these things happen, use your wisdom. Like, what is happening to the world now? It's coronavirus. Did it select people? Okay, these are Christian, these are Muslim, these are Buddhist. So where is the creator? Use your wisdom. Where is the most powerful being? There is no most powerful being at all. The nature has become the most powerful thing. Use your wisdom. But when it goes to this, the word Buddha's words, do you find these pus, blood, sweat, tears, saliva and urine only in Buddhists' bodies? It's a universal truth. And you find lust in everybody's minds? And you find lust-related problems in everybody's lives? no matter what religion they follow, no matter what opinion they have. In the same way, solution can be applied to anybody. And the results will be gained by anybody. That's a universal truth. That's what Buddha revealed. Buddha teaches, Buddha didn't create anything. The truth is always there, but Buddha develops extraordinary wisdom to see that truth and to reveal it to others. That's what Buddha says. Whether Buddha appears in this world or not, truth stays the same all the time. And what is the third element? Can somebody read?
I can read, Bhante.
Who's going to read?
I can read, Bhante.
Okay.
And what is the fire element? The fire element may be interior or exterior. And what is the interior fire element? Anything that's fiery and organic, that's internal, pertaining to an individual. This includes that which warms, that which ages, that which heats up when feverish, that which properly digests food and drink, or anything else that's fiery and organic, that's internal, pertaining to an individual. This is called the interior fire element. The interior fire element and the exterior fire element are just the fire element. This should be truly seen with right understanding like this. This is not mine. I am not this. This is not myself. When you truly see with right understanding, you reject the fire element, detaching the mind from the fire element.
Sadhu, we rejoice in your reading. So that is the next part of our body. And we consider it's mine, I am, myself, and that's the cause of suffering. But in reality, this fire element, this heat in the body is a part of the nature. Is part of the nature. And Buddha asks us to see that reality, and when we see the reality, the mind will be detached from the fire element. Now, are we detached from the fire element? No, we are attached to the fire element. Now you understand, this is the path to end suffering, okay? This is the path to end suffering. Now you can see in the path, when the Buddha explains the path to end suffering, now you can see Buddha analyze them, break into parts, earth element, water element, fire element, like that. Can you see that breaking up? Then we can think why we cling to this. We take everything as a whole. We think everything together, and we give names, right? This person, his name, this person, this name, and we give names. We take the person as a whole, and then we cling to that entity. But that's the cause of suffering. And then we call, he's mine, she's mine, myself, I am, this and that. Now Buddha realized there is a way to follow the path to end suffering. End suffering is like you separate them. When you separate them, you will see something amazing. And that will give you the end of suffering. That's what we are learning here, right? Analyzing. When you analyze, the craving will be, controlled, weakened, and eventually eliminated fully.
Swaminathan, I
Mhm.
found a site. It is 32 body parts.
Mhm.
I found a site, Swaminathan. It has the picture also, like the 20 plus 12, the
Mhm.
Patavi and Apo Dhatu,
Mhm.
the 32 parts. So each part you have the picture as well.
Mhm.
So it's actually good to get the understanding of how disgusting
Mhm.
nature of all these parts.
Mhm.
So it's a good meditation to do
Good.
with the picture in front.
For some people, not for everybody. Okay. So who's going to read the next one?
I have a question. Is brain mentioned among these body parts?
The
The brain?
20th one should be the brain.
It should be in the
Kesa, Loma,
earth element.
yeah, earth element.
If you go to earth element, sometimes you can see brain in some suttas, sometimes you don't see, but doesn't matter, because in the end of the explanation, Buddha teaches these parts or whatever else, or anything else. Look here, anything else, hard, solid, internal, potent, invent, individual. This is called interior earth element. So whether it is mentioned here or not mentioned, if it has these characteristics, solid, hard, of course, that's earth element. So you want to include brain here, it's going to be earth element. Okay, good. So we go here, next one, air element. So this is vipassana. Okay, you definitely need to develop vipassana knowledge. This is vipassana. This is the way to practice vipassana meditation. Okay, another Kalyana method to read the fourth element. Okay, Suryani. Suryani.
Yeah. And what is the air element? The air element may be interior or exterior. And what is the interior air element? Anything that's air, airy, and organics that's internal, pertaining to an individual. This includes winds that go up and down, that go up or down, winds in the belly or the bowels, winds that flow through the limbs, in-breaths and out-breaths, and anything else that's air, airy, and organic that's internal, pertaining to an individual. This is called the interior air element. The interior air element and the exterior air element are just the air element. They should be truly seen with right understanding like this. This is not mine. I'm not this. This is not myself. When you truly see with right understanding, you reject the air element, detaching the mind from the air element.
Sounds very genuine. So you can see this as Buddha explains, if we develop our wisdom, we will realize that we breathe this air coming from the nature, and we breathe in that, we breathe out, and that becomes a part of the wind in the nature. And Buddha ask us not to have a separation, to say that this air element, this air inside the body is mine. Don't cling to that like that. It's just, everybody else also breathes the same wind, right? So it's an amazing thing that Buddha realized. It's a very practical scientific knowledge that we will gain. And the next element.
I can read Bhante.
Okay.
And what is the space element? The space element may be interior or exterior. And what is the interior space element? Anything that's space, spacious, and organic that's internal. pertaining to an individual. This includes the ear canals, nostrils, and mouth, and the space for swallowing what is eaten and drunk, the space where it stays, and the space for excreting it from the nether regions. This is called the interior space element. The interior space element and the exterior space element are just the space element. These should be truly seen with right understanding like this. This is not mine, I'm not this is not myself. When you truly see with right understanding, you reject this space element, detaching the mind from the space element.
Sadhu, sadhu. We rejoice in your reading. And these are the areas that our craving roams and wanders. These are the areas. Earth element is the area that our craving wanders. Water element is the area our craving wanders. Fire element is the area our craving wanders. Air element is the area our craving wanders. Space element is another area our craving wanders. Like if we investigate, like if we have craving for somebody's body or our body, we have to crave for one of these things or some of these things or all of these things, right? Nothing else. This Buddha's knowledge is amazing. So this space element, where are there is space in our body, we need to understand this is impermanent because we have space in the mouth, and when we put food in the mouth, that space is gone. Space is impermanent like that. So space element is also impermanent. And finally, the sixth element. Sixth element is the consciousness, and the consciousness is the eye consciousness, ear consciousness, nose consciousness, body consciousness, and mind consciousness. Those are the 6 classes of consciousness. So that's why Buddha taught this life is a combination of 6 elements. Don't take them as something to be, something to hold on to, something to be clung, something to crave. Don't take like that. Just separate them, break them up, and see, oh, there is nothing to crave. You will realize that, and the mind will be detached. The more your mind, the more you get practice detachment, the more good qualities will come to your life. You want to help the world, you want to help others, you want to volunteer, you want to treat others well. That's the power. The stages of enlightenment means it's all about becoming good people. Stages of enlightenment is all about becoming good people, nice people, kind people, generous people. Nothing else. Because stages of enlightenment, achievement of stages of enlightenment starts with removing this notion of self. When somebody is self-centered and troubled by this identity view, all the problems come. That's why achievement of stages of enlightenment start with removing that notion of self, and that's the path to be a nice person, kind person, generous person, patient person, compassionate person. All the good qualities are on that path. And the culmination of those good qualities is the fourth stage of enlightenment, arahantship, enlightenment, liberation. Okay, so that's the end of the Deep Dhamma class today. And
Bhante, I think somebody had asked a question about where brain falls in the elements and if it was listed separately. I don't know if this is helpful, but I just looked up what the brain is made of. And it's made of soft tissue, which would probably be the earth element. It also is made up of blood vessels, water, and fat, which would be water element. So probably that is why Buddha didn't list it separately, because it's actually made up of several elements.
well, what is in many part? That's why Buddha included there. Anything that is hard are included in the earth element and like that. Okay, so you can ask some final questions related to what we were talking about or not related to it. Anything you want to ask, you're welcome to ask.
Bhante, I have a question. In one of the sutta, Bhante, Supreme Buddha taught about this dhatu, like certain person is attracted to another person because of the same dhatu, Bhante, same elements. Like, you know, I think Supreme Buddha gave example of like even Sariputta Bhante, like his followers, Bhante's followers are more to the wisdom, you know. But then Bhante, does that elements have anything to do with the dhatu, the elements that we are learning in this?
No, that's a different one. Because in Pali, Buddha uses the same word for different other meanings as well. So that's another meaning. But it's pronounced as dhatu, but it is a different meaning. The meaning there, as Buddha teaches, is that people with equal dhatu in that sutta means that people have some equalities, equal behavior, same behavior. For example, when they meet together, they find each other very friendly, and they like to associate with each other because they have similar kind of opinion, similar kind of past life habits, skills. So they like to live together. That's what happened. There were so many monks with that same kind of behaviors lived together with Ananda Bhante, and they all were able to memorize the teachings of the Buddha very well. And the similar kind of behavior again made together the monks with other Bhantes as well, with Sariputta Bhante, Moggallana Bhante, and also like that. And the monks who had evil behaviors, they all lived together with Devadatta, evil monk Devadatta. So Buddha teaches always good things go to good places, bad things go to bad places. Like in washrooms, all the bad things go to the bad place. Smelly things go to the smelly place. And that was the simile in the same sutta. Buddha gave that. So Buddha teaches good people like to live together. And they always, their ideas match. opinions match, no quarrels, no argument, no fighting. Like Buddha teaches, it's a natural law in this world. Evil people live, they are happy with evil, living with evil people. Good people are happy with living good people. People who, we can learn actually that there is a collection of suttas about that, the similar nature among people. That is in the Dhatu Samyutta, in the Samyutta Nikaya, connected discourses of the Buddha. There are beautiful suttas in that. And that's how we learn about that. Okay, Linda?
Yes, Bante, but was it partly because of their past karma then, Bante? And also my other
Mostly,
question is,
yeah, mostly.
sorry, Bante.
Mostly from
Mostly.
past karma.
My other question is, Bante, if somebody has this more on the evil dhatu, Bante, and then they associate with bad people, can they, with the help of Dharma, can they change that dhatu, and then
That's the
then
whole purpose of practicing the Dhamma, listening to the Dhamma, to change our dhatus.
okay. Right. Thank you, Bante. Yes.
To change our lives to a category of better dhatus, superior kind of dhatus. That's the whole point.
Thank you.
Buddha teaches unfaithful people live together. They like each other. Faithful people, I mean faithful means faithful to the Buddha, Dhamma Sangha. Faithful people like to live together. They match together. Greedy people like to live with greedy people. They match together. Generous people like to live with generous people. They match together. Like that, very beautiful Buddha teaches there are several suttas in that chapter.
Yes, Bante.
And Buddha teaches, can you see monks, that group of monks walking with the Venerable Ananda? The monks replied, yes, Bante. All those monks are experts in Dhamma. They memorize, all of them memorize the teachings very well. Buddha asked, can you see the group of monks walking with the Devadatta? Yes, Bante. All of those monks are evil. They have evil wishes. Buddha said like that. So be careful with whom you like to live together, right?
Bhante, the idea of detaching, just the word detaching, always say just detach, be detached. But I just noticed in the sutta, it's more specific. It says detaching the mind. It says over and over, detaching the mind. I just wonder if that's something different or something important, or if that's always just assumed. You're always detaching the mind.
Detaching the mind from earth element, yes. Detaching the mind from water element. Detaching the mind from fire element, air element, space element, consciousness element. Detaching, yes, is one of the powerful, wholesome qualities. Even though the translation you may feel is a negative word, detachment. I don't know how you feel it.
No, I wasn't worried about. I just worried the mind. We're focusing on the mind there. It's the mind that needs to
because
be
mind is the one that
rather
gets
than the person.
attached to something. The mind is the thing that gets attached to something.
Right.
Yeah,
right.
That's why Buddha teaches the mind should be detached.
Right.
Yeah, from those things. Like for example, a monk. Okay, a monk can be detached from worldly pleasures from body, right? That monk can live the worldly life, go into a deep forest, meditate under trees. Okay, he is detached from the body. There are no worldly pleasures around him. He's detached. His body is detached. But if he is still thinking about those things in mind,
right.
That's the problem.
Right.
That's the most important thing. The mind has to be detached.
It's the root of attachment is in the mind.
In the mind.
Right.
That's the problem. That's why, like, some people think, wow, that person is sitting very beautifully. Maybe he's in a deep samadhi. And then, people think when they see somebody sitting nicely and for hours and hours in a meditation retreat or whatever, they jump into conclusion, and they think, did you see that person? He was sitting very nicely with a, straight back, and he was sitting hours there. Maybe he's a powerful meditator. Maybe jhanas. He has jhanas. You don't know. For hours and hours, he can be thinking about lustful thoughts, greedy thoughts, angry thoughts.
Right.
Right? Even that's why people misunderstand some monks to be arahants, to be the monks with stages of enlightenment. And some people want to see monks meditating in front of them. You see that? Some lay people want to see monks meditating in front of them. Then they think, oh yeah, those Bantes are really good meditators. That's an illness of some lay people.
Thank you, Bhante. Thank you, Bhante.
And if they don't see that monks are meditating, sitting in front of them, they spread rumors here and there. They don't meditate. They only teach Dhamma. They only, they're just speakers of Dhamma. They don't meditate. So their only wish is that monks should go to them and tell them, okay, look at me, I'm meditating.
Thank you, Bhante.
Okay.
Swaminathan, can you explain about stable or Nicha Michaditi?
Michaditi?
Yeah, Niyata Michaditi.
Yeah, Michaditi, wrong view.
Niyata Michaditi, Swaminathan.
Yeah, Michaditi means that's included those 10 factors of the worldly wrong view, basically.
Swaminathan, can someone who has a faith in karma, but he doesn't believe in Upapatika or some of others, some adittis, but only he believes in karma. Is there a possibility like that?
Yeah, because maybe he's improving, Before he didn't have belief even in the karma. And after he started listening to the Dhamma or associating with wise people, now he has come to this opinion that there is good and karma and results in this world. But he doesn't believe the rebirth in hell, heavenly world, ghost worlds, because that is Upapatika birth, spontaneous birth. But in the future, he will change his mind. And he will start believing that too. You know what I mean? So people can always improve. It's possible for somebody to believe in karma now and not believe in rebirth in hell.
If he dies, believing in karma but not believing in Upapatika, then what can be the next birth?
It's hard to say. But for sure, believing in karma will give him so much good results in his future lives. It's a powerful thing to believe in karma. And it will definitely give good results to him, but not sure because there is no assurance to say that whether he is going to be reborn in a happier world. There is no assurance, because the only assurance that somebody can gain that he is where he is going to be reborn is only as a stream entrant. Only the stream entrants who have attained the first stage of enlightenment by holding the worldly right view and also the noble right view, their lives are guaranteed that they will not be reborn in a lower destination in a plane of misery. Except stream entrance, there is no guarantee for anybody.
Hope you know Swami knows that what's happening.
But I have a question about the dana.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Please go ahead.
yeah, yeah. So, so when we are giving dana, does it matter whom we are giving? Like sometimes we give dana to some lay people who does unwholesome actions, annoyingly, and then we give dana to the sangha and monks, and then for needy and beggars. So how is the merits and karma when we are giving dana to these people? Can you please explain?
That's a whole different class.
That's my question actually. Last class I wanted to ask, and you want me to ask next class.
We can go to a different class to learn about that. But if I give a very short answer, the same question was asked by somebody from the Buddha. Buddha said, and he asked the same question as you asked, like who we should give to. Buddha said, give to anybody you like. You want to give something to somebody, or whoever you like, you give. Is that the answer you wanted?
No, Bhante.
And the second part, yeah, Buddha asked him to give to anybody he likes. He likes to give an animal, give it to an animal. He likes to give to parents, give it to parents. And he likes to give it to homeless people, give it to them. Giving is always praised by the Buddha, highly, highly praised. And then that same person asked the second question. Bhante, when I give something, if I like to gain the greater results, who should I give to? Buddha said, in that case, to gain greater results, you should give to people who keep precepts. So if you give to somebody who keeps 5 precepts, who doesn't kill humans or animals, doesn't steal, doesn't engage in sexual misconduct, doesn't tell lies, doesn't take intoxicating drinks and drugs, even a lay person, give it to that person and you gain greater results. Not need to be a monk or nun, anybody with 5 precepts, you get greater results. If you, because he asked that question, Buddha gave that answer, right? He asked, like, I need greater results. If I like to gain greater results, Buddha said, then you have to give to people who keep precepts. But don't forget that Buddha praised giving to anybody, okay? Even to animals.
Okay.
Is that clear?
Clear, Bhante. Actually, what happened was recently, there was a lady who came to me and asked some money. And then I just gave her $2. And then after some point of time, I saw her going in a Honda CRV SUV. And then I was thinking, why did I give $2 to her? And now she is happily going in a Honda CRV. And why she came and asked me money, you know. So
be happy about both things. Be happy about you giving, be happy about her going in a vehicle, good vehicle. Why can't you be happy in both situations? Giving is also good. Using somebody a comfortable vehicle is also good, right? Yes. Giving matters to you. It gives good karma to you. Don't worry about what that other person does with your gift. Giving matters to you because it's your karma.
Yes, Bhante.
Any
So-
other questions?
Swaminas, I think that sutta is Velama Sutta, right, Swaminas?
Yeah, you can read Velama Sutta, Dakkhina Vibhanga Sutta about results of giving. It's amazing how Buddha has explained everything, right? Otherwise, we will have lots of doubts, right? Some people will say, okay, you know, you shouldn't give to others. You should only give to monks. Somebody will say. And somebody will say, no, no, monks have everything. They are the richest people. Give only to homeless people, right? So people will tell different things. And we will end up with doubts. Finally, we will not practice any giving and sharing, but live with doubts. Like who is right? Who is wrong? Who is right? Who is telling the truth? Who is telling the untruth, right? But Buddha has explained everything. That's unbelievable. So we pay homage to the Supreme Buddha, the Blessed One, the wisest one in the world. Sadhu, sadhu. We generated powerful good karma this evening by observing precepts, chanting the qualities of the Triple Gem, listening to the Dhamma, discussing the Dhamma, reading the Dhamma, and helping each other in many ways. So we share this good karma with our teacher, Lokaswami Nwansi, who teaches us this amazing Dhamma of the Buddha. Sadhu. We share merit with all the deities. May deities rejoice in this merit and help all of us to follow the Dhamma path peacefully. Sadhu.
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
We share merit with our parents, teachers, Kalyanamitas, the departed relatives, everybody in this country, in this world, and especially we share merit with people who are sick, and we bless them wholeheartedly. We wish them speedy recovery, long life, good health. May all of us have the opportunity to follow this Dhamma path peacefully, develop wisdom, develop wholesome qualities, more kindness, generosity, loving kindness, compassion, and all the good qualities. May all of us one day escape from the long journey of samsara.
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Abhivadana silisa nichang vadhabhajayino chattaro dhamma vadanti ayuvanno sukham balang ayurarogya sampatti sagga sampatti mevacha ato nibbana sampatti minate samijjatu. Say after me, Okasavandami Bhante.
Vandami Bhante.
Maya katam punyang
Maya katam punyam.
Aminanumoditabang.
Punyam.
Amina katam punyang
Stamina katang
Mayandatabang.
Maya katam.
Sad sadhu anmodami. Okasadvaratena. Katam sambangachayam.
Katam sambang
Amatami Bhante. Okas kamami Bhante. Dutiyam Vyokas kamami Bhante. Atiyam Vyokas kamami Bhante. Sukhiyavato. Sukhiyavato. Dukkha mucchantu. May you be well and happy. Namo Buddhaya.
Namo Buddhaya.
Namo Buddhaya.
Buddhaya.
Namo Buddhaya.
Thank you, Bhante. Namo
Buddhaya, Bhante.
Namo Buddhaya.
Thank you, Bhante, for teaching Dhamma.
You're
May
welcome.
Bhante and healthy, so can keep teaching us Dhamma.
You're welcome.
Sadhu.
Sadhu, sadhu.
Namo
Namo Buddhaya.